All right, so um, now since it's just you, if you want, you can do the actual breakfast RP, or we can skip forward. It's up to you.
My intention for the breakfast RP was to come down and inform the. Basically, I'm gonna sit with the king. I'm going to explain to him that I'm going to have to vacate relatively quickly, as I just heard that my mother passed away.
Is that what you tell him?
That's what I'm gonna tell him. Yeah.
Okay. He says, "I'm very sorry to hear about your mother. Um, so, will you not be staying long enough for breakfast?"
Oh no, sir. I intend to enjoy this meal with you, but then I will be heading on to more serious matters after.
Very well. Over breakfast, would you like to possibly talk about the trade you had mentioned?
Give me a second. I had some notes here. So, Bisaft Isle is the largest island on the Menagerie Coast. There is a lot of jungle. I noticed that the city itself doesn't appear to have a zoo. I'm not sure if Your Majesty is interested in something like that, but it's, we would be able to supply many animals that would be required for that. Our port is the largest port in the islands. So it would be a definitely useful access point to trade throughout the entire Clovis Concord. We have a plethora of lumber, as most of our isle is covered in forest. Mangrove. We also have abundant nut and fruit trees, so we have all sorts of food that we can send over. Also, Bisaft Meadery, that is run by Bentha Tamalos. I'm sure we could work out some transportation with her to bring her products into your empire as well.
Much of what you say sounds fantastic, but that is a very long haul to keep meat good for. How would we possibly do that?
I'm currently in negotiations with a magic shop owner. I believe you may have heard of him. His name's Arcane Bob.
I do not know him personally, but he does have several shops throughout all of these lands, including Rexentrum, mostly capital cities and bigger cities. I believe he's got one in Uthadern, possibly in Bysay's Teal as well. And
I think when I met him, it was Uthadern, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
I don't know about many others though. I know at least of those three. He is quite a popular magic merchant, and from what I understand, a wizard himself.
It is my understanding he's a wizard. Yes. I met him in Uthadern. And we've had several meetings since then, but I spoke to him yesterday about potentially setting up a permanent teleportation circle between warehouses here and on Bisaft Isle. Now, I understand that there may be some militaristic concerns regarding a teleportation circle, but I was thinking there may be ways to properly lock it down to ensure that no funny business goes on, and the only thing that transfer between those 2 points are objects. Now, that would require us, of course, to have possibly hire a few of your citizens in order to work for the Padfoot Trading Company. But I don't think that would be an issue for you if we employed some of your people. We are, after all, a trading company, not a government.
One moment. And he leans over and he calls a guard forth. And he beckons him to lean forward, and he whispers in his ear. And the guard immediately leaves. Do you want to try to listen in?
Yes, I do.
Perception.
What am I? Am I not a cat? That's an 8, I believe, unless I have advantage for some reason.
If you don't have advantage?
Fancy cat. It's my fancy cat ears. That's what's giving me advantage.
Is that actually a thing? I don't think that's a thing.
No, I do not have heightened senses.
Okay, so the only thing you catch is... you didn't catch the name, but he said, go fetch somebody. The guard immediately fucking runs and leaves the room. He's like, okay. So you're suggesting that we put a portal on your island and in this city? Is that...
the cost of which would obviously be covered by the Padfoot Trading Company, in the instance that Your Majesty allows such a thing.
I see.
Now, with us putting down this much capital in order to start up this trade, my question is, what sort of products would you be able to send over to Besaft Isle in order to facilitate said trade?
Why don't you tell me what your area would need the most, and I would see to finding some things on that list that we could use for trade.
Ore, metals, crafted items. Essentially, our isle is very poor when it comes to metals.
Okay. Well, we do happen to have several mines of all sorts of metals. A couple rare... Excuse me. Oh, excuse me, the king says as he burps. There are a few more like gem mines and such nearby, but we could probably work with metal.
Well, we do have relations with a blacksmith on Besaft Isle by the name of Keisha Boudin. Keisha is an excellent blacksmith. However, any sort of ore or raw minerals that you would send our way would probably end up in her hands. As you know, Besaft Port isn't a massive city, but it does pretty well for itself with our meat production and our lumber. Not to mention the regular business of being a port city, one of the largest in the Dwendalian Empire. However, our citizenship is just relatively small.
I see. Do you have a rough estimate on what it would cost you for the portal, of course? Because with being, as you've mentioned, having port citizenship and small numbers, I'm curious that if we were to go forward with this, how you might actually be able to pay for it. At this point, a man, long gray beard, robes the color of the Dwendalian Empire, walks in. Yeah, he's got some. He looks very tanned. Like for a wizard, he spends a lot of time out in the sun. And he walks forward. My king, you requested my presence. Yes. Pull up a chair and listen. He turns to you and he says, Jax Padfoot, this is Gwendol. Fuck, I had a name.
Gwendol, fuck, the pleasure is mine.
Gwendol, Gwendol the Bookmaster.
The Bookmaster?
Yeah, that is his title, the Bookmaster.
Well, sir, as it stands right now, the Padfoot Trading Company probably wouldn't be able to afford the portal, because it would require us to employ Arcane Bob for 2 full years to put one portal here and one portal on Besaft Isle. However, I myself am capable of paying for the portal.
Oh,
with my own personal wealth.
Are you telling the truth?
I think so.
What kind of cash you looking at right now?
I mean, I don't think it matters because I think I'm telling the truth.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I got 60K on me. Sorry, 68K on me. So it's almost 70,000 gold coins on me right now. And then on top of that, I'm gonna continue to be traveling with these people and making some moolah. So I'm just gonna tell them, I've traveled for the better part. I think it's been about a year or less, right? Just a little bit less than a year.
Yeah, I think we're roughly around the 7, maybe 8th month mark.
Okay. So I myself have been traveling for about a year and a half. In that time, I have encountered many dangerous beasts, many shady individuals, and through several conflicts have managed to accrue their wealth. I don't believe the cost of creating or the cost of the materials and the labor would be an issue for me to handle when it comes to Arcane Bob. Not to mention him and I have a decent working relationship. I'm sure he can give me a deal.
Because you think you're telling the truth, give me a persuasion roll.
Damn, I should have told you I was lying. No, wait. No, my persuasion's higher.
He believes you. So he looks over to Gwendol. I believe that's what I said his name was.
Mm-hmm.
He looks over to Gwendol and he says, "So, would it be possible for us to build a portal that only allowed objects, even maybe organic, but they would have to be no longer living and breathing?"
I take it you have no interest in a zoo, then?
Well, I do have interest in a zoo, but it would make it easier probably for us to ship the animals instead of portaling them, because
I mean, I also suppose we could pay a mage to teleport the animals like individually as well. I think that would probably be more efficient and cost productive.
All right, give me a sec. I gotta look up spell.
I mean, technically the creature has to be willing, but if it's not sentient, I don't think that makes a difference.
I'm looking more along the lines of if they're will it transport the cage with them is what I'm looking for. Because I figure if you're shipping like stuff for a zoo, a lot of them are going to be dangerous animals. You can't just like zip them in and be like, "Hey, there's your animal," and have it just start attacking people, right? So I'm just looking to see if there is a teleportation spell that allows them to take more than just a being with it.
No, it's literally teleportation circle's literally a portal.
Okay. But I think there has to be a hold on a sec. I just cast describe sigils. Some have permanent ones.
Yeah, it's any creature that enters a portal instantly appears within 5 feet of the destination circle or the nearest unoccupied space, if that space is occupied. It doesn't say anything regarding items. So like my assumption was that anything because it says it opens a shimmering portal. My assumption was that anything you are moving into that portal is going to act in the same manner. It's just going to appear within 5 feet of the destination circle or the nearest unoccupied space. But that's just how I run it. You have to make that call yourself.
Yeah, shimmering portal opens within the circle you drew remains open until the end of your turn. Any creature that enters the portal instantly appears 5 feet within 5 feet of the destination circle. So there needs to be a destination circle. So yeah, as long as it's permanent. Okay.
Yeah, I need to have 2 set up.
Yeah. No. Yeah. The mage Gwendol thinks for a moment, and he says, with a little tinkering, we could do allowing a portal to only allow items. Might take some work, though. But if you do wish to portal animals for a zoo, as Sir Padfoot here has suggested, I mean, we could do something a little more similar, like a teleportation circle.
Well, my thought is that we could transport the animals with one that isn't permanent, right? If on Besaft Isle we gather up whatever animals you request that are native to our isle, get them all into one place, we can have a mage open up the teleportation circle and move them all through at once. Obviously, caged and in a safe manner.
The king looks back at Gwendol, and Gwendol's like, I do believe that could work, sire. He says, okay. So we're talking about us providing ores of certain types, possibly some precious gems, and in return, you're talking a zoo. And he thinks for a sec. He's like, I'm sorry, was there anything else besides the zoo? Meat, lumber, you said?
Lumber, meat, nuts, fruit, fish, because we're a port city. Not to mention many of the herbs and spices that grow within the forest floors of Besaft's rich coast.
He thinks quite for quite a few moments here, and he says, "Now, what kind of wood is on your what kind of lumber would be on your island that you'd be willing to ship? As you know, we do have quite a few forests around us already. Do you have something that we might not have? Something maybe stronger?"
We have mangrove wood. Although I'm not sure if it's actually suited for the construction that you do here. Mangrove wood is a type of tree that's very tolerant to salt. So it's very useful to grow along the coastline. Not only to provide shade, but the dried out and processed wood itself is very, very resilient to harsh coastal conditions. That being said, and Jax is going to stand up, kind of spread his arms and look around. He's like, we're not really like on the ocean. So
we are not, but the Dwendalian Empire does go all the way to the coast.
True.
We do have naval. But how does it hold up in colder conditions? Does it get brittle?
Unfortunately, it does. It contains a very complex filtration system because it grows in salt water and brackish water. So there are lots of basically tubes running through it that become brittle when it freezes. However, the wood is very good for ships, as it holds up really well when it's processed and treated and basically put against water.
Now, the only thing is that unless we are attacking somebody else, our most of our coast that we do have is in more northern conditions. So these waters are quite frigid and cold.
I mean, as long as you're not trying to go through frozen. I mean, though, basically, yeah, it's like if the wood itself freezes, it might be a problem. I actually don't know if mangrove trees have a problem with being frozen. Let me see. Let me look real quick.
All right.
Yeah, they are sensitive to cold.
Yeah, that might
when they're alive.
Oh, when they're alive. That's specified?
Yes. So my assumption is it basically would act like any other wood after it's processed. It's just resilient to water, being waterlogged and growing barnacles and shit like that. Well, if your sire doesn't, or if your majesty doesn't actually need an influx of lumber, that's something we can remove from the table.
Oh, wait, did you hear me, or did I not have my mic pressed?
You didn't have your mic pressed.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I was asking for a persuasion, because he's a little iffy on the lumber. He's showing a little interest.
And of course, not to mention the tourism that we could create once we have each other's products in our hands. It is something that tends to be a little bit dangerous nowadays, traveling, correct?
Very.
Well, I had an idea, sire, and I think it's a billion platinum idea.
You immediately pique his interest.
And to be honest with you, it's a little difficult for a man like me to get off the ground, considering I have no magical, and I'm gonna wave my fingers and be like, no magical voodoo stuff going on. I can't do that stuff. However, what do you think if we employed mages to teleport people to different cities as a means of travel and tourism in order to experience each other's cultures? But if we were to gather the supplies, set up one of these teleportation circles in a safe, guarded area in the kingdoms, you could theoretically have people travel from place to place. There could be an exchange of more commercial goods between our people. You could charge for the service. You could charge tax on people that aren't from your empire to begin with when they purchase items in your empire. And I'm going to go on about all of the benefits of having tourism from other kingdoms, just regular commoners come over to visit, rather than these super powerful adventurers that come back and forth all the time, just by foot.
It is interesting. And he looks at Gwendol, and Gwendol says, well, it costs about 50 gold just to get the teleportation circle running in the first place. I don't think there's going to be many commoners, or maybe even much in the way of middle class, that will possibly be able to afford such tourism.
Oh, you're not looking at the long game. This isn't a way to make a quick buck. You set up teleportation circles, permanent ones, and you are going to have to employ people to guard them, not to mention the people to make them. However, what you invest in creating that teleportation circle, and that system will eventually pay out for generations.
He is quite interested. He makes that known when he says, "Okay, well, this will take some time to hammer out, and if you have to run back and see to your mother's last will and testament and so on, again, condolences. Maybe I could drop a formal agreement and have it sent to a DM'd player. Sorry, where was it? Broken Bank or Bawali? I can't remember what you said.
For what?
Your home.
Bestaffed port.
The what? Oh, that okay. There it is. Besaftile. Okay. I knew it started with a B. I got that part right.
Yeah. Besaftile. Yeah.
He says.
So that's that. That's a string that looks like a I don't know, like a shit, and then those
yeah. yeah. I see it.
Yeah. That's my place. That's where I'm from.
Yeah. Okay. He says, maybe I'll try and draft up a formal trade agreement, and we can. I mean, I take it you have mages as well, or that could possibly use teleportation circle, and since you have to get going, we can use our own country's magics to transport our emissaries back and forth during these agreements.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Okay, I will start immediately having somebody draft one up. It might take a couple days to hammer out details, and then you should find it at back at your home. But I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
Now, your father, I understand he is the one running the Isle at this point in time. Or rather, your noble house. So you are dead certain that you do have the power to bring forth this, or as you said, your sister.
For the moment, my sister is taking the seat. My father left us many years ago. My mother has been the ruling body of Besaft Isle up until her passing just recently. My sister is older than I, so she will be taking the seat. However, her and I have been speaking of opening Besaft Isle to trade with the Dwendalian Empire for many years. When she has word of this, actually, she got word of it the other day when I spoke to her through Sending Stone, but she was ecstatic with the idea of having these proposals.
Did you actually do that?
I don't have a Sending Stone to my sister.
Deception.
Fuck.
Ooh, beat a 22.
My character sheet's being gay. What the fuck? What is wrong with you? Okay, there we go. It turned into like one tiny little dealio.
Yeah, that happens down then.
Up here. Deception. I got a +7, bud. You ready for this?
Let's go.
I don't have advantage, do I?
No.
I will use my inspiration that you gave me at the end of the last game.
So that is a 20 plus 7s? 27?
Yes.
Okay. So you have used your inspiration point. He says, Now, DM'd player, I thought your stepfather was still alive. I thought is he not the one that killed your mother? Actually, fuck, I don't think I actually told you that. But that had been my plan. I thought your stepfather was still alive.
I didn't put anything in there about a stepfather, so if you did, then that's something we just didn't discuss.
Oh,
I left that I left my mother's personality and relations up to you.
Oh, you remember we had that discussion about when Shadow and Jax were speaking, that there was a stepfather. I believe it's in in the handout notes for Shadow Percy and Jack's conversation.
Okay, well then I was baked and I probably forgot. Then yeah, it'll be Stepdaddy is currently running the show.
So if you want, I will let you change what you told him to stepfather.
Sure. Yeah. I'll be like, the family has been speaking of this sort of trade agreement for many years, which is not true.
Okay, and the roles will hold up.
Yeah.
So he believes you. Yeah, you may want to take a look at that Jack Shadow Percy handout, by the way, at some point.
I have read it before, but I'm gonna have to probably read it again.
Yeah, I mean, most of it just gives you background on his group, but then it also tells why he wasn't, there as your father, and so on and so on. But the king says, "All right, if it's all right with you, then I shall take my leave, and you may go about your business, going to handle your mother's estate, or go, see her grave, whatever it is you must do. And I will have that sent over as soon as possible."
Excellent, thank you, sir. I'm gonna bow. Do my formal fuckingness.
He holds out his hand with a ring on it.
Sure, I'll brush my muzzle against the ring. I'll take his hand, brush my muzzle against the ring.
Very good, Mr. Padfoot, or Sir Padfoot. We shall speak again soon, I hope.
Probably sooner than you'd think, sir.
He nods. Before you turn to leave, though, I would like a perception check.
Yeah.
So you don't really notice much, but you do take a quick notice of the queen looking at you during most of this. You do see she's trying to keep it hidden, but through getting to know how people work and whatnot, you can see that very, very, very slight curl of the side of her mouth, with like a kind of almost a smirk, half grin.
Do
you want to insight it?
Sure. And I am... Before I insight it, my assumption is just that she caught me saying sooner than you might think. But...
You get the impression that the smile is actually more about the whole exchange. She definitely sees that you are smart, and you choose your words wisely. She's very intrigued by this.
Oh, bro, I gotta set up my alibi.
So, as you leave, where would you like to go?
I'm gonna go to our Arcane Bob's, probably. Oh, no, wait, I don't. Am I being escorted?
Only if you request one.
No, I'm not going to request one. So...
Oh, wait, sorry, do you mean out of the castle?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, sorry, I thought you meant like around town. Yeah, he will escort you out of, or he will actually send that same guard that you are not too fond of, and another one of a lower rank, to escort you outside of the castle walls. Son of a bitch, what did I... Okay, never mind. I thought I just fucking deleted a map. I didn't actually add another one. But yeah, he has people escort you out. The guard you don't like and a lower ranking one.
How long does the walking take to get out of the castle?
I believe I had said it takes about 30 minutes to get outside of these walls here, from like deep inside of the castle.
Okay. As I'm going out, I'm gonna. So they're taking me like out of the Shimmer Ward.
Oh no, sorry, about 10 minutes, just outside the castle. My bad.
Out of here?
Yeah.
Okay. As we are kind of heading out, I want to take note. I haven't seen this courtyard yet, have I?
No, you haven't.
But he did talk to me about it.
Yes.
Whereabouts is it? Oh, it's the north of the actual castle.
Like that. That's all in the castle grounds. But yes, it is.
Okay.
Wait. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second, because that does not show an accurate depiction of the one I chose.
Oh, fair enough.
So just let me black out what is already there, and I'll give you like an outline.
So you dangled this king and queen in front of us a couple times, eh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was looking back at our quests that had been mentioned to us, and I'm like, oh, kill the biggest mammoth. That's probably how to meet these fuckers the first time.
Oh no, that was to meet the king and queen of Uthadurn, and you guys did.
So this is Lady Petunia.
Yeah.
Petunia that is here, right?
Yeah.
She was a duchess last time I talked to her.
No, she was the queen, like the one you met like on the ship that you guys saved. She was the queen on diplomatic mission. The duchess is the one who died. That would be her younger sister. But so it is where I said it is. It is like the northern area, but this is what it looks like. This is the outline of it.
Okay, so it's like up here somewhere.
Hold on a sec. Right now you're on the oh no, that's the whole courtyard with like surrounding buildings. Like I said, the map doesn't exactly match the Rexentrum map. So it's pretty much this whole area is actually walled in. Like, well, this spot... Oh, shit. Hold on a sec. This spot here where you were pinging, this is actually about, like, 30... Yeah, this is about 30 feet high. This wall.
Oh, okay, so out here is actually, like, more castle?
Yeah, like, out here is, like, would be, like, the ground level. So that's, like, this wall right here is 30 feet above this area. It's like a separate little courtyard. There's like training shit and whatnot. The courtyard is technically... Oh, that's right. Okay, hold on, I fucked up.
So the courtyard's actually a fucking citadel.
Courtyard is actually...
its own little mini castle.
Part of the yeah, it's part of the academy grounds. So here. Sorry, I screwed that up. I have my notes wrong. It is actually part of R3. That's just doesn't look the same. It's basically where they train and stuff, but that there's a courtyard in the middle that he likes to hang out on, and so his military can see him and all that kind of shit.
That definitely makes things a little more difficult. See, I thought this was like a secluded private courtyard where he would hang out and feed the ducks or some shit. This motherfucker, it'd be hanging out with some boys. So he's actually he actually knows how to fight, I take it.
I'll let you do an insight roll.
I'm getting the sense now that this ain't the fat bellied motherfucker that I was imagining.
No, he ain't fat. He's just a piece of shit. Right now, you guys were brokering trade, so he was trying not to insult you, but he was definitely wanting to. You're from a backwater island that is in his enemy's territory. Yeah, from the way this guy handled himself, when he was sitting down eating with you, you could definitely see that every single thing he did was precise. There was no fumbling of his instruments. Like, sure, you know what? He spent some time in a battlefield, 100%. There's no doubt about that. He didn't. He was very. The way he used his silverware was quite like the way a masterful fighter would wield a weapon. Nothing is on accident.
All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna pop in at Arcane Bob's.
All right, you pop in. Once again, Bob is behind his desk, scribbling notes, reading from one book, writing in another one, shifting papers all over the place. And hold on a sec. Does not notice you.
Bob? Come in?
Oh, hello? Sir Jax. Please, enter.
Come up and pop a squat in his nice fancy chair here.
How goes it? Are you back for your equipment?
Yes, sir. And a few potions. Unfortunately, there's been, let's say, some problems with my group. They have mostly vacated the city. However, if you remember the Birdman...
Cleek was not with you guys.
Oh, you don't remember the Birdman?
No, he was...
Did you meet Walben?
Did Walben didn't come to you yesterday? No.
God damn it.
Yeah, you are. I think you're the only person he's actually met.
I'm just kind of thinking, I'm like, oh. Do you ever do pop-up stores?
If the money is worth it. And I have a specific location to head to.
I have a specific location for you where you'll be able to meet my companions and probably empty their wallets.
I see. How much are we talking, and is there any specific items I should be bringing?
Fuck. Well, 2 of them I'm going to bring directly here. Because they haven't left the city yet. Unfortunately, the other ones have vacated. As for the contents of their wallets, I'm not 100% certain, but I know that one of them is a Paladin of Helm. It'd be Lady Ina. We have... Shit, who else is in the party? The Robot Man.
Are you going to name him?
Is Robot Man still around? I don't remember. I don't remember him.
Cleek and Walben are still in the city.
Yeah.
The rest.
I don't remember. I don't remember him though. As per his wish, I'm in the city.
That's right. That's right.
So there's Ina, and who went with Ina? The Minotaur guy. Khan. So, yeah, 2 of my friends are currently waiting for the rest of us at this crossroad, just out of town. Or they will be in a short period of time once they travel there. It's been a while since we purchased, or they had to purchase anything. I've been footing their bill, so they should have much in their wallets. All right, one of them is a Minotaur, the kind of fighter you would expect a Minotaur to be, and the other is a Paladin of Helm.
Okay, what I'm going to do is, give me 1 second here. I'm going to plug my mouse in first because it's dying. Okay, I think I'm plugged in. Yes, I'm plugged in. Alright, I'm going to actually put a message in the chat and ask them if there's anything they specifically want. So we'll say that when he asked about items, you gave him a list, and it's whatever they're going to say they'll want. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, fair enough. I myself have a few requirements outside of the arrows I had him make for me. But I need this, and I need this.
Alright, I dropped a message. He says, well, I think I can wrangle something up. I'll send out a cart later with stocked fully with goods. It will have its own protection, so I won't need to worry about bandits. Anything that comes along will get disintegrated if they decide they don't want to pay for anything.
That's so cool. I wish I could disintegrate stuff just by like being like, ugh. Jax wiggles his fingers at him.
He's like, well, it might not work with your fingers, but he reaches under the table. He pulls out 3 arrows. He's like, these are the arrows you asked for. I added in a little extra something. It's not for damage, but it's to disintegrate the arrow, because technically the disintegration spell will only disintegrate the target, not the spell storing item. However, I put a little failsafe on there for you free of charge.
My eyes go very, very wide, and my pupils like go huge as I'm like looking at them. I'm like, ooh. And I'll very carefully take them, slide them into my quiver. I do need a few potions, if that's all right.
Yes. What kind of potion were you looking for?
I would like to grab a few potions of invisibility. I would like to grab a few potions of supreme healing.
All right, hold on. Let me find my handout here. Magic item
so the supreme healing are 1,000, and the invisibility, I believe, were 200.
Potion of invisibility 200, and 400 for the, or sorry, 1,000 for the supreme healing.
Yeah. So I'll take 5 invisibility potions if he has them.
Okay.
Which will be 1,000 gold. And then I will take 10 supreme healing potions.
Okay.
I am also going to see if he has poisons.
Poisons. He says, I don't normally dabble in poisons. However, I might know some people who could get them for you, but sometimes they're hard to find. If you'd like, I mean, I could get them for you. Might take me a couple hours, though. And he kind of, he looks at you, and he looks at the arrows on the table, and he's thinking about the potions of invisibility and the poison you're asking about, and he's like, it might be best if less people know, who is buying these items. And he kind of gives you a sly smile.
I'm sure, Robert, that I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
You bring good money to my shop. I don't know what you are planning or who it is for, but if you were to be stopping around town asking people for poisons, things might become a little suspicious, you understand.
Well, I assure you, it's only for big game hunting. I'm just gonna kind of smile a little bit.
He says, all right, I could try to put you in contact with some people then.
No, I trust you. I'm sure there's a finder's fee attached, but I don't mind.
You bring good money. We'll waive the finder's fee. However, I need to know what kind of poison you're after.
I would like a poison that is quick working when it enters the bloodstream. Preferably something that will kill a very large creature very quickly. If that's not possible, something that could paralyze a very large creature would be very useful.
So because of your background, you should have access, yeah, you do, to the Tome of Poisons.
Yes. Specifically, if you are able to find purple worm poison, that would be probably the best one I can think of.
He pulls out a parchment. And he looks at you and he's like, as soon as I sign this, with what you're looking for, and send it through that portal. It might take an hour or two to get here, but once it is sent, the payment will be needed. You can still pay it when you pick it up. Because it's 2,000 gold out of my pocket for a vial of purple worm poison.
I would like 3 of them, please. As well as 3 vials of midnight tears, if you can get those.
He writes both of those down on the parchment.
45. So that's 10,600, I think, or 10,500.
Yeah, seems right.
45 and then 6,000.
I trust your math skills over mine. He said, are you going to try to talk him down on price or just paying it?
No, not for this.
He says, okay, well, it is quite a good thing that you took down that, the frostworm in, outside of Uthadurn, isn't it? They do carry the same poison. With a
Midnight
little bit
tears?
of, no, purple worm.
Oh, they do they?
He says, well, yes, with a little extra attached to it. So when you get this, it is going to actually be called frostworm poison. It's going to cost you the same amount, but it actually adds another 2d10 of cold damage on top of what purple worm poison already does.
Is it 2d10 cold?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just doing some stuff here.
Yeah, no worries.
6, 10. So it should look something like that.
God damn. Wow, you didn't roll a single one in that.
No, I didn't. That's a really good roll. That's a shame. All right. So I got my potions. Oh, yeah, Midnight Tears.
So DM to another DM here. Spell storing items. You don't have to be a spellcaster to actually use the spell that is in the item, correct? Oh, right there. Never mind. Any creature can cast a spell of 1st through 5th.
So, I guess with the Ring of Spell Storing, like, it only goes up to 5th level?
Yes. But you paid extra. But that's not for you. It's for a Rob. Yeah, he said he wants spikes or caps for his horns, for more damage, and a ring of spell storing with shield. Oh, a ring. Okay, I see what he's talking about. Okay. Oh, wow. Does he realize that you only get one charge of that?
Damn, that's a really good roll for fucking Midnight Tears, too.
Hoof. You're gonna one-shot this dude no matter what fucking HP I put him at.
That's the idea.
Okay, let me reread this Ring of Spell Storing for Con.
Fuck me. I rolled my Disintegrate on the Disintegrate arrow. It's all 6s and 5s and 1 4, 1 3.
Man, I'm gonna start fucking, like, throwing baddies at you that have, like, fucking 1,000 health minimum. But yeah, he says, okay, is there anything else I should add to this before I send it off?
No, I think that'll be sufficient.
Excellent, excellent. He writes it down. He rolls it up, pours some wax on it, press it with a seal, and on the outside he writes, Arcane Bob's Magic Shop, Uthadern. And he just simply waves his hand, and this portal behind him opens up, and you can see his shop. You can even see the person behind it immediately look up and see the portal. And he just tosses the paper through, and the portal shuts. He's like, hour, maybe 2.
You mind if I read?
What? You mean here?
Yeah.
By all means. As long as you don't mind, I'm going to continue working.
Right here's fine?
Yeah, that's fine. Kick
Awesome.
your feet up.
I'm going to pull the Tome of Intellect out of my bag and just start, like, thumbing through it. I'm not actually focusing on reading it because I don't have the downtime to do that right now, but...
That's fair. Sure. So... You know what? Maybe I can make a magic item for Khan for his horns. Yeah. So, you sit there thumbing through your book while he continues working, muttering to himself. A couple times you hear, got it, and then he starts scribbling. Takes about an hour, and hour and 20 minutes. And the portal pops open, scares him. His ink pen goes scrolling straight up through the middle of the fucking scroll he's working on. God damn it! Well, I think your stuff's on its way. And a mage hand comes through, holding a small package. Cool. He puts it down in Arcane Bob's hand, and then both the portal and the mage hand disappear. I believe these are for you, and he opens it and just to make sure it's all there and hands it over.
All right, I'll put that all away. I think I have everything I need. Excellent. Thank you, Bob. I'm gonna get up and shake his hand.
He says, anytime. I will be probably heading out. Well, not I myself, but something will be heading out towards your friends during the night. When should I have it there by? Just to be safe?
What's the traveling time?
I believe Harvester would reach. Harvester's going straight to Blue Menthol.
I don't know who Harvester is.
Oh no, but like DM'd player.
Yeah, I know.
Khan and Ina are probably going to be there. If they left right at that point, I said they could probably be there by morning. Like tomorrow morning, because they left it early afternoon, I believe, and they would have to camp somewhere, and then they could get there by like probably 8 o'clock or so, maybe 9.
Okay.
He says, I'll make sure to have a caravan sent out about midnight, and then from there, it should reach them sometime in the morning.
Thanks so much, Bob. I appreciate it.
Is there any message you wish to send ahead?
No, but can you send a message to Besaft Isle?
He pulls out a book and starts looking through teleportation circles. And he's like, yes, it seems that they do have a teleportation circle there. I could send a message. He hands you a piece of parchment and inkwell and a quill.
All right. I will write a letter to my sister. I will just inform her that, like, my health is good. I'm alive. I heard about Mom. I'll be home as soon as I can. And then I'll look around. Do you have a wax seal by any chance? I mean, I have my seal, but do you have wax?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so I'll seal it and hand it over to him.
He says, not a problem. He Says, normally this costs 50 gold, but you have spent quite a good deal here today.
Oh, and no, I insist, please.
No. Yeah, you even brought me more business. I'm not even the one going to do the business, but I have a special carriage, if you will. And he pulls out this other item and he sets it on the desk. And he waves his hand, and out pops a visage of him in front of you, almost like a hologram in today's standards. And he basically, everything he does with his own body, the hologram of him does exactly that. And as he speaks to you, you can hear another voice. So it sounds like there's two of him in the room, and they're saying the exact same thing. See? I don't actually have to go. Magic. It's a wonderful thing, don't you know?
I should have studied the arcane arts. Oh, well. Oh! I did think of something.
Ah, yes?
And I'm gonna pull out basically all my plans for the mithril arrow, or sorry, for the grapnel arrow, the mithril chain, and the bow mod. Like the rough sketches I've made for the bow mod.
Okay.
I'm just gonna lay it out, and I'm gonna be like, "What do you think?"
He takes a look at it, and he kind of scratches his head, scratches his chin, scratches his head again. He's like, "Honestly, I think this is something you would have to take to maybe like a artificer who also has a some training in fletching. Somebody of that specification is probably going to be expensive, maybe even hard to find. I'm not sure if there's anybody like that in this city. I mean, if there might be, I just don't know him."
Fair enough. I thought you'd be the man to ask anyway. And I'll take my plans, I'll like roll them back out and start putting them away.
He's like, apologize, I know I'm not much help with that, but that stuff is more of the physical nature. Anything magic, by all means, but more the physical kind of combat, I don't know jack diddly shit.
Well, you see, there is a portion of this that I would need magic for. And I'll pull the grapnel arrow plans back out. And I'll see here the grapnel will pop out at a code word and then retract at a code word. And I was figured magic would be the easiest way to do that.
He thinks for a minute and he's like, that might be something I could do. I would still have to have somebody else craft the rest of it, and I would probably have to work on the grapnel arrowhead with that person. Well, I'll tell you what. I will, while I'm still in town, or while I'm in town today, I'll do some looking, and I will, when I send my caravan out, if I don't see you before tomorrow morning, I will tell your allies about it, and hopefully they can pass along a name and maybe a location.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks again, Bob.
Not a problem. Come back anytime. I have many places all over this continent.
Oh, I know. I've been telling everybody that.
You want to roll me a deception? Oh.
Yeah, bitch.
That's wonderful. Oh, glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I forgot. You actually get a, what was it? I think it was a 10% discount for doing that. Wasn't that the deal? The original deal?
Oh, don't worry about it this time. I'll remember next time.
All right. Well.
Too much work to go back and recount all that money. Don't worry about it.
Very well. Well, hopefully I see you soon. And I will definitely send a carriage out to meet your friends in the morning.
Okay. Before I leave Bob's shop, I'll put my hood up
Okay.
And I'm gonna basically crack the door, check the street, and then I'm gonna slip out, trying to be undetected. Just slip into the crowd.
Yeah, no, you are very stealthy. Not even the people you were, like, popped out of the store right in front of you really saw you. Nobody took notice.
Excellent. I'm out. So the plan is to basically move around the city, make sure I don't have a tail.
Give me a perception. You notice a hooded figure a couple times throughout your travels through the day. There is a single one. At first, you notice them, but you don't really pay attention. And then later on, you go around another corner, and then you kind of try to hide. And this person starts looking around.
Interesting.
He doesn't seem to be able to notice you at the moment.
Okay.
He drops his hood. It is a beautiful blonde woman. Crystal blue eyes, blonde hair. The cloak really does not show much of what is under at all. For the first, until she revealed her face, you probably thought it was a dude.
Can I see her ears?
They are human.
Silly humans.
I would like you to give me an insight check. Or sorry, no, not insight, history. You noticed this woman in the castle. It was the only woman that was near breakfast, but she was standing on the outside. And the only person she ever served was the queen. Filling her glass, filling a plate for her, bringing napkins when she needed them. You also remember that she stood behind the queen by quite some distance during your first meeting when you first walked into the palace. Into the actual court when you first met the king.
Okay. If she can't see me right now, I am going to pull up my pocket watch and wind it real quick.
Okay.
And I'm going to stealthily make my way further away from the street where she's at. I'm going to try to dip across a couple main streets further down, try to find like a shady alleyway, and then I'm going to climb up on a rooftop.
Yeah, you get up pretty easily. Give me a stealth check, though. Make sure you're not seen by anyone.
Sorry, that's advantage.
Yeah. No, you get up there pretty easily. And it doesn't seem like anybody noticed you.
I don't think she'd trust me to get the job done.
What does his pocket watch do?
Hastens me. I can cast haste on myself 3 times a day, so I did it basically so that I wouldn't be impeded by going slow or by stealthing. Right?
Got you.
I just basically wanted to get as much distance between myself and this woman as possible before I got up on the rooftops.
As you get up onto the rooftop, give me a perception.
probably up on a rooftop looking for me, that bitch. Boom.
You believe that you see this woman. Her hood is back up, but it's not over her face. You can see her face. And she's scanning the crowd, looking for you. And she's holding her posture and composure quite well. But because of, again, your background and being able to read people, you are noticing she's getting a little frantic.
Is she on the rooftops?
She's not. She's in the street.
Okay. And in the street, like, how far from the building I'm
on? I mean, if you go up to the very top, you're probably going to get seen. So I was assuming you were, like, on the edge of the roof, kind of, like, staying low.
Sure.
So, like, I'm going to say you're probably, like... are you talking height or distance?
Height. Actually, height and distance.
Height, you're about 20 feet up.
Okay.
If you were to get to the center, like where the roof, comes to the point, you'd probably be about 30. But right now you're 20 high, and you're about, I don't know, how the building's going to be, I don't know, 30 feet long. So how far from the street do you want to be?
Well, my thought is more, do I have enough of a view of the area that I might be able to move around her and get behind her?
I'm going to ask for a perception on that one.
Fair enough.
You feel like you might be able to get around via rooftops and then drop down into another alley and maybe come up behind her as long as she doesn't start moving.
Probably will.
However, depending which way she moves, you might still be able to.
I'm hasted, so I'm going to give it a shot.
Alright. So I'm going to we're going to do this real quick. 1 second. Oh, that's so bright. Hold on, I'm going to change that because that bothers my eyes. Okay, that's better.
Yeah, you can change the background too, eh?
That's what I did. Background.
Oh, no, I thought you... No. I mean, like, the beyond the limitations of where your map is.
Oh, it's alright. I just zoomed it in. So, I'm going to draw some shit here. Freehand. We're going to make it... Excuse me. Oh, that hurt. Green. So. Oops. Nope, that's wrong. Motherfucker. I don't like the draw tool. It bothers me. Alright, fuck it. It's just gonna look ugly. So. There is the... Yeah, like, it's gonna look real fucking ugly. That's the street. Alright. Oops. There. That's the street. She is about right there. See, there is a building there. Building there. Building there. And then over here, oops, okay, building there, building there, building there, 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 and we'll do a big one over here. Alright, so, from where you are, she is at the moment, her body is facing south. However, she is looking in all directions for you. She came from north.
Alright.
As did you.
I'm gonna basically get down and move along this upper alleyway.
Okay.
Here.
Alright. Now she is actively looking for you, so she's going to roll a perception against your stealth if you're going to try to cross there or come into an easy view of her while she's
I'm going to wait to see, I'm going to wait for like a heavier flow of foot traffic for a moment before I dip out, try to stay in the crowd and stay hidden.
God damn. Okay.
And as I move up behind her, I will pull out my Voyager dagger.
Okay. Before you get that far, though, what I'm going to do is for each square you move, I am going to do a... I'm going to roll a 1d4. 1 is north, 2 is east, 3 is south, 4 is west. She's actively looking all around for you. So if she happens to roll a 1 after you move a square, if you're coming from the north, you're going to have to make another stealth versus her perception. Cool?
Okay. Yeah, I'm also going to poison my dagger.
Oh, shit. What kind of poison?
So each vial of this frostworm poison has 5 uses, right? Or 3 uses?
Yes.
Yes for 3 or yes for 5?
Sorry, 5. It's 5 uses for like a melee weapon, or if you're putting it on a thrown weapon, it can coat 5 ammunition.
Okay. So I will coat my dagger.
Okay.
So with my 34 stealth is where I move out.
Alright, oops. So I'm going to leave that as, that's a free one, because that's a 34. There's no way she could beat that.
Okay. So I'm rolling stealth each time?
Not unless she really looks at you, because you're already stealthing, but if she's...
Okay.
If you're actively keeping an eye on her, so if she starts to turn, then I'll ask you for a stealth. So right now, okay. She is looking south.
Okay.
South. Stealth. Yeah, you, as she turns around to look that way, you kind of duck in behind somebody. Oops. Well, it was a 4, so she's looking west now.
Okay. I'm gonna basically slide up next to her, poke the dagger in between. She's wearing like some sort of leather armor, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so kind of in between, under the ribs type thing.
Oh, sorry, no, actually, she's not wearing any armor. She's literally just has clothing on.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna put my left arm around her shoulder very quickly and just a very pointed jab into the ribs. Not enough to break the skin, but for her to know that I have a dagger there. Have it kind of concealed under my cloak. And I'm gonna say, I don't appreciate being followed. Walk with me.
She begins walking with you, but whispers, I'm not here to offend. I assure you, I just come with a message. But she, as whatever direction you're taking her, she's going.
I'm taking her west. We're gonna walk for a little bit and dip into one of these alleyways.
Okay.
Is anybody else following her?
Give me a perception.
13.
Oh, 13. I was going to say, holy shit, man. Could you quit it with the crits?
I don't have advantage on that one.
You don't see anybody.
Are you being followed?
It's like, no, not as far as I know.
And is she lying? 10.
She believes she's telling the truth.
Okay.
And you get that inclination.
We're not gonna stop walking. We're gonna turn up an alleyway and continue walking.
Okay.
I saw you with the queen. I'm assuming the message is from her.
Of course it is. She's the one I serve.
What is it?
She said, she wanted to make sure that you're going to come see her, or at least leave her a way to find you after your mission is complete. She did not tell me what it is, so no need to kill me. But she wants to make sure that when you are done, you are going to find a way to see her, as you told the king you were leaving town.
Oh, my intention was to come find her afterwards.
Very well. That is all I was sent to ask.
Do you do this often? Sneak around after people on behalf of your queen?
I mostly just keep a distance to sneak. I don't do it often. I'm just a handmaiden.
You shouldn't do it often. You're bad at it. I'm then going to guide her into a busy street. And I'm just going to let her go and disappear into the crowd.
Alright, give me a stealth. Yeah. She's looking everywhere and not a fucking clue. She waits for a few seconds looking around. As you can see, she goes to put her hand up by her face, and her hand is visibly shaking. And she shakes her head and walks off into the crowd.
Okay. I will. Can we go back to the city map?
Yes, we can.
About what time of day is it?
Oops, the wrong map.
Yeah, you brought me to Arcane Bob's.
Yeah. At this point in time, hold on a sec. Let's see. But, at this point is probably the point where you have gone to, I believe you went to take Walbin and Cleek to
Arcane Bob.
No, I think you took them to... No, this is when you just got them back to the Blue Collar Mug at this point. Because this is about like 10:30, 11 in the morning. All that shit that happened in the last session, that happens.
Yeah, so it was like I had that interaction with that lady, and then I went to the temple.
Yeah.
Get to the temple, take Walvin and Cleek to the inn.
Yeah, and that took about an hour between those two, so... and then all that shit that happened there, I'm going to say at this point it's probably a good, like, 2:33 in the afternoon by the time everybody's gone.
Okay. Yeah, and they went to Arcane Bob's, right?
I believe they did.
Okay. That gives me some time to scout out the area that the assassination is going to take place. So I will head back into the Shimmer Ward. Stealthily.
Yeah, you trying to sneak in is what you're saying?
Yes. This seems like the instance where using one of my potions of invisibility to get through that wall would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, sure.
So, my plan will be, I will... Hang on, let me look at this legend here. Temple of Bahamut and Blue Collar. Yeah, so I'm going from here. I will make my way through the tangles, headed towards this area here. When I get into these more crowded home, like residential area, I'm gonna kind of take a winding path and see if anybody's following me. But I will give you I believe I need to give you another stealth to be moving around the streets undetected.
Yeah.
So, boom.
God damn. Fucking crit master tonight.
Yeah, dude. So I'm moving through the streets as stealthily as I possibly can, from crowd to crowd, just kind of looking like a regular person.
Yeah. If you want to see if you're being followed, though, drop me a perception too.
Yes, sir. I do want to see if I'm being followed. That's an 8.
You don't see nobody.
I don't see nobody. But I'm going to take that winding path, and at a point, moving back towards this area here, I'm going to pop a potion of invisibility.
Okay. Suddenly you hear guards scream out, "Where'd he go?" I'm just kidding. No. You don't hear shit. Nobody seems to notice.
Dumb motherfucker. So that'll last about an hour. How tall are these walls?
Those are about 80 feet high.
I mean, good thing I have a climb speed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna start my ascent. Being as stealthy as possible.
You have a climbing speed, so I'm not really gonna make you do the athletics and shit.
Okay.
It's stone, so I probably should, but I'm not gonna. No, because that would be such a sad way to go, is just falling off the wall.
I didn't get a chance to use my grapnel arrows.
Yeah, so it takes you a couple minutes, but you get to the top.
Okay. Patrols?
As you get to the top, give me a perception.
Perception, my only weakness.
The door to... Oh, shit, I'm still on draw. The door to this one here, this tower, seems to be open. And you hear a couple guards in there. There's one or two over here, talking and chatting. Down to the far side over here. Same kind of thing. There's a couple just outside chatting, but the door's open, and you can see people inside of there. Definitely guards. And there is one about 20 feet to your left.
I mean, sure. Is he old, young, like?
He seems bored out of his fucking tree. He's leaning on the wall. He's got his one hand cupped, holding his fucking head up, but dude, it looks like he is having a hard time even staying awake. He's so fucking bored.
Good. I'm just gonna slip to the other side of the wall, and my invisibility is still active, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it only took you a couple minutes to get up there, and I'm pretty sure, like you said, it does last like an hour.
It lasts an hour, yeah. So I'll just climb down the other side.
Okay.
Get to the ground. On my way down, though, I'm gonna take a pause just when I'm a couple feet from the parapet and look over my shoulder and just kind of study the layout and like the grounds of this R3 area.
So the R3 area, these are walls. So if you're... Sorry, are you scouting them from up on the wall, or are you scouting them from the street?
Yeah. When I say I'm just below the parapet, like I'm just below the top of the wall.
Okay, yeah. So I believe I said that those walls were 30 feet in this area. So yeah, you can get a pretty good layout. Let me see.
Like, I'm assuming there's some inside, but...
Yeah, so from your angle, I'll reveal what you can see from your angle.
Sure. Oh yeah, after I let the blonde girl go, I wiped the Voyager dagger off and put it away.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not even fucking attuned to it, dude. Like, it's just a glass dagger to me.
Oh fuck! All right.
It's like if I gotta shank this bitch, I gotta do it close quarters, and it's gotta be lethal. So worth it.
Let's see. Alright, so some of this map is hard to interpret. I can't tell if these stairs on the towers are outside or inside. Hold on a sec, let me see.
I would assume
they look like they're inside, so
yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna join as a player so I can see what you can see at the moment. How the fuck do I do? Oh man, they changed the fucking options map.
Why don't you just open my Twitch?
That's actually not a bad idea.
Here, I'll get this shit out of the way for you too. Boom.
So yeah, you can't see the inside stairs.
Yeah.
That I unveiled. But you can see, like, I believe, man, even the walkways are hard to tell. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I unveiled. Yeah, so you can see the outside of those towers. You can't see the stairs, and it looks like these pathways that are on the left top and right, you can't see those either. You can see the wall there, the like left wall of it. So like this.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can see this wall, but you can't see past that wall.
Patrols on the walls?
On the walls, you're seeing there's not much in the way of patrols on the walls because this is like a military academy, so most people are in the courtyard, and it's where all of their shit is, really. So you don't really see any patrols on the walls.
Do I recognize anybody in the courtyard?
Give me a perception. Yeah, you sure do. Just in view. Right here. There's nobody with shinier armor. He is instructing men and yelling at a couple captains, like yelling to them more than at them. And telling them that, you know, that one over there seems weak in this skill. Train him on that. And so on and so forth. He's kind of wandering around a little bit. Watching his men practice and train.
And that's the king?
Sure is.
How far away from me is he?
I'm gonna say that, alright, from where you are to the edge of this wall. Actually, now I gotta go look at the other map. One sec. So, if you're on the outer wall, let me see.
And I'm at the top of it. I'm just like over the edge of the top of it.
Okay, so So you're basically like out here somewhere.
Yeah.
You're pretty far. So you're 80 feet up, roughly. So that's 75 right below the parapets. And then you were probably like 150 feet away from him. So a squared plus b squared equals...
You said, sorry, how far away did you say?
Probably at least 150 feet.
And boom. Oh, no, shit. So 80 squared plus 150 squared equals, and then square root of that. I'm a little under 200 feet away from him in a direct line.
Yep.
When I'm at the top of the wall.
Okay. So yeah, that's about there.
All right. I'm gonna climb back onto the wall.
Okay.
How's Mick Sleepy doing?
He is he's still pretty sleepy, but he accidentally drops his sword as you crest back over the wall. It clangs really loudly and startles him back awake, just in time for a captain to come out at the sound and start screaming at him to keep his fucking eyes open, pick up his goddamn sword, and put it back where it fucking belongs. Act like a soldier. Soldier. Captain turns around and heads back in.
How tall is the parapet? Like, how tall is the wall that he is leaning against?
So like where your feet are is about 80 feet, and then there's kind of like the rook edges, right? So like at the highest.
Well, I'm assuming I'm standing on one of those rook edges because I just climbed up. I wasn't gonna like hop down.
Well, no, the rook edges are only really on the ones. Oh, no, I guess they would be on both sides, wouldn't they?
They are, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the highest point of a rook edge, like platform, I guess you want to call it, would be probably another, I'm gonna say like 5 feet on top of the wall, so 85 feet if you're standing on top of one.
Okay. How much time do you think I got on my potion?
Your invisibility potion? I mean, this is only taking you like a few minutes to get up, a few minutes to start down the other side, and then stop, come back up. I mean, you probably still got like at least 45 minutes. Oh wait, when did your potion, you took it before you got into the Shimmer Ward, right?
I took it like before I approached the wall to begin climbing.
Oh, wait a second. I think I might misunderstand where you are then. Oh, fuck. So you're not on the edge of the... Okay, you're on the edge of the Shimmer Ward.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so what the guards and all that shit, that is still the way I said it was. You were actually a little farther than that. 100... You're probably...
So I'm still 85 feet, though?
Yeah, 85 feet tall, yes. But you are probably closer to, like, 200 to... Yeah, I'm going to say 200 feet away. Like, in distance, but height, you're the same. From where the king is.
So I'm about 220 feet in a straight line away from him.
Yeah, probably about that.
All right. I'm going to pull out 3 plus 3 arrows.
Okay.
No, I won't. I'm going to pull out 5. No. Give me a second to think here.
Yeah.
So I have my longbow. I'll swear the king is my enemy. You know, Tabaxi has wares if Traveler has coin. That kind of thing.
Alright.
I am not using Sharpshooter for this.
Smart man.
I will... Yeah, because my multi-attack right now, I'm only doing 2, right, for my extra attack. So I'll take out... Yeah, I'm going to take out 4 plus 3 arrows and poison them with Purple Worm Poison.
Okay.
Or, sorry, Frostworm Poison.
Yep.
I will pray to Ball.
Okay.
Be Ball's Blessing. So I'm looking for option 3 because the target is a part of a job.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a quick stretch. And then I'm gonna get ready to shoot.
Okay.
So I got my I got 1 poison arrow knocked. I got 3 poison arrows in my hand, and I got 1 disintegrate arrow in my hand.
Oh shit. Alright. Let's go.
And from this distance, I'm just gonna send it. So, sworn enemy. Make sure that's all correct. I'm assuming because I am hidden, I have advantage. I get
Correct.
a sneak attack on my first, which will be a critical. Get ready for this shit.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
That's the first arrow. I'm firing all 5.
No matter what, eh?
No matter what. Second one. Third one. Fourth one. And then let me switch. Boom. Fifth one. And that's a disintegrate arrow.
Wow. Yo, I'm just curious. Total that up for me. I'm just curious.
Right. I have my calculator app open, so this is the time to use it, I think. Actually, I'll just use the chat. So we got 56 plus 12 plus 11 plus 58 plus 59.
You missed your first attack, I think.
14 plus 9. I did. Plus 13 plus 22. Go back up to the first attack. Plus 62. Plus 75. Plus 8. Plus 9. Plus 11. Plus 24. 75 plus 43 plus 10 plus 10 plus 12 plus 23 plus 82 force damage plus 8 plus 14. 720 damage.
What the fuck?
And I don't know if a corpse needs to make a dex save against...
No, it doesn't.
No.
And
so
you know what the best part is? Let's see, I put the AC and HP in chat there, and yeah, you know what?
250.
Yeah, so after your first attack, technically all of the rest are crits.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. God damn. God fucking damn. What have I done? Oh man, everything's gonna have 10,000 HP. Like, that's it. That's how it has to be. Like, from now on, everything has 10,000 HP. I don't even care if it's a goblin. Goblin How has 10,000 HP. Fuck you. God damn.
Hey man, this is what happens when I'm allowed to take like time preparation, sneak up, and then deliver. This is what an assassin's about.
Yeah,
right?
no, that was actually why I fucking like threw this fucking thing at you. Was specifically it'd be like, because I know most of the time you don't get to do a whole lot of prep because everybody else is like, I run in, like nobody ever wants to take time. And
no,
yeah, so
I mean, it's all good. So yeah, what does it look like,
bro? Fucking before he hits the ground, you have all these arrows in him. And as he starts to hit the ground, he just disappears into like a puff of fucking ash. And yeah.
All of the arrows are gone too?
Yep. They just crumble. There's a shout that goes out. And the man on your left, he is going to do... I want you to give me a luck roll. Above a 10 means he turns to see what's happening, but he turns in the same direction as where you are. Yeah. So he turns towards you. But, correct me if I'm wrong, potion of invisibility doesn't disappear when you make an attack.
No, it doesn't.
That's what I thought. So he turns towards you. And he's going to do, just see if there's a glimmer. He's going to do a perception check, but he has to roll really high.
I mean, that's fair. I did use my my bonus action to make that attack.
So no, he doesn't. He doesn't even notice. He just immediately spins, and he has no idea what's going on. He's looking. He's like calling out to his captain in the tower. Something's going on. Captain.
I'm gonna take the opportunity of him like turning to shout to the captain to slip down off the what do you call it, the rook wall?
Yeah, I was just calling it the rooks.
Yeah,
I know that's not what it is, but that's the best name I got.
It is the parapet. That's what that's called.
That's the word. You've said it 3 times. I didn't even connect the dots. Yeah,
I'm gonna basically like climb off the parapet, go across the little area, and climb over the other one quietly.
Like out of the area or like towards the commotion?
Out of the area, yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right.
And then just climb down the wall.
Okay. You probably have, at this point, you still probably have like 30 minutes at least left on your fucking potion.
Distance, my dude, distance. I'm gonna head back to the inn.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the inn with see how Cleek and Walben are doing. And be like, yeah, so that didn't take very long whatsoever. And basically wait until nightfall to go visit the queen at like the late hours of the night.
Okay. So that might be where we're gonna end. Just because at this point, when you come back, you said you were going to take fucking Cleek and Walben anyways to the thing. And if you guys are gonna do that before you go see the queen, we'll pick up with that next section.
No, we were gonna go in the morning, but I did this murder in the fucking, like, I was thinking I was gonna do this murder in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you ended up doing it in like late afternoon. Like, I don't even think you made it to dinner.
I was just like, he's there. It's an opportunity. Like, you got to take your chance. Got to take your shot when you got the opportunity to. He was within 600 feet, and I have sharpshooter, so I'm not at disadvantage from long range attacks. I got that height advantage. Fucking send it. But But yeah, it's understandable if you want to wait, because I'm just gonna go back. But we could always do me sneaking back in to go see the queen now, and just play that off as you guys are gonna leave in the morning, and see if they see me sneak out of the inn.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. We'll do that then. So you wait several hours hanging out with Cleek and Walbin, I guess. And nighttime hits. What would you like to do?
So I'm gonna have gone to bed a little early and tried to get a rest in. I don't know if that's preemptive, but I'm assuming that, like, I'm gonna go see the queen and then come back here, have breakfast, and leave.
So throughout the day, you have been hearing bells ringing, guards are shouting, people screaming. In the night, while you're sleeping, what is your passive percept?
Pretty good, because I have the alert feat. 16 on that PP.
You hear your bedroom door open.
All right. I will reach for my bow. That +3 longbow.
Are you doing it like acting like you're still asleep, reaching for it, or are you just jumping and reaching for it?
No, I'm snapping for it. Longbow, arrow aimed at the door.
As quick as you are, as soon as the door opens and you begin to move and reach for the bow, you hear, "That won't be necessary." You recognize his voice.
It's Petunia?
It is. She shuts the door quietly behind her. She walks over near the bed and she lights a candle that's on the nightstand. She did this in complete darkness. This is confusing for you, because she is human. She shouldn't be able to see that well in the dark. But she does it without any problem. And she sits across from your bed in a chair. Walks over, sits down. You did quite a good job today. I was expecting it a little later, but I mean, to assassinate somebody and have it done much earlier than the customer expected is quite a good idea, and not many people surprise the leader of the Myriad very often. And she just looks at you, waiting to see if you catch that little drop.
I'm not going to show her that I caught anything. I'll keep a straight face about it. I always perform to the highest expectations for my clients.
I'm just looking for my notes. First time tonight I've had to open it.
That being said, you were present for our discussion at breakfast. Not all of that was lies. A trade agreement would be beneficial for my family.
Well, you have done me a great service. Normally I do not tell a underling exactly why I want something done, but you have earned my respect, and Shadow speaks very highly of you.
I didn't know this was a nepotism thing. I thought you came to me for my skill, not because my father sent you over here.
He didn't send me. I asked him about you. And he, I wouldn't say he sang your praises, but he had plenty of good to say, and I thought that this would be a good time to test what kind of man you are, as well as get something done I need done. 2 pebbles in a bird, if you will.
Isn't that birds? Player to DM.
What's that?
2 pebbles and a bird? Or do you mean 2 birds and a pebble?
Holy fuck. Yeah. Wow. I can't believe I just did that. Like, number 1, make her look like an idiot. Number 2, I look like an idiot. Awesome. Yeah, that is exactly what I meant. Fuck me.
I'm gonna like pull on a pair of pants. Because she got me while I was sleeping.
That's fair.
So, nobody's gonna notice you're not in the castle right now? You don't have handmaids or attendants?
She
have
smiles.
A body double?
She was starting to smile, but as you say that, she smiles quite widely. Aren't we the clever cat? Of course, I can't tell you who it is or anything like that, but you know.
I mean, I've seen some Mummers shows. Like, some of them are pretty convincing, you know.
She says, so here's what's going to happen. You did a good job. So it kind of blew what my next plan was. My plan had originally been to bring guards with me and let you get captured, then help you escape. But I had assumed that somebody would have seen who you are. That was going to be my way of dealing with it. But nobody saw you. So I put that plan on an indefinite hold, if you will. But I do still have that other job for you, if you're interested. It will take more than just you. I assume that the people you travel with, including the one who slaughtered several guards and a merchant. Oh, right, she doesn't remember he was there. Including the rest of your party, whoever they may be, up to 6 people, can get rewards for this. And you get a bonus reward. We will finalize that trade agreement you were asking about.
Fair enough. I need the details of the job.
Let's see. So, I told you that my husband had been kneeling to a ancient lich from another land as of recently, yes?
Yes.
Well, part of the job was that my husband was given was to keep anyone away from a sanatorium up in the north. It's not very far, but it is a big problem. The Lich has placed somebody there who has been creating mutations and experiments on the sanatorium. I found this out a few weeks ago, which is part of the reason I contracted you to kill him. Sane or not, members of this kingdom are members of this fucking kingdom. Experiments should not be put on them. I sent a spy a while ago. Shit. I put my notes in my book. One sec. Ah, yes, here it is. I have recently been taking the Myriad Syndicate in a more goodly direction, if you will. I encourage more assassinations and of people of ill repute and so on. And I sent a spy to penetrate the sanatorium and discover what they could there and kill Dr. Reynold Bruesca, who's been the one experimenting on people.
Reynold?
Reynold. Reynold, I guess. Reynold. Bruesca. Brueska.
Okay.
My spy, if she's still alive, her name is Regin Kavla. Reginkavla. I haven't heard from her since I sent her on this mission. If she's still alive, make sure she's well enough to travel and then send her back to me. Kill Dr. Reynold Bruesca. That is the job. As a reward, you will, from there, go to Rostam Den. It is in the mountains. Most people don't know what is there. What these people do for the kingdom is they train our griffin riders and the griffins. You will be given, upon completion, and making it to Rustum Den, it is a hard trek. You will each be given one griffin, an exotic saddle, training on how to ride the griffin and how to train them, and you will also be given the iron flask of safety, each. What these allow you to do is, as I know that you don't always perform your, let's call them duties, out in the open under blue skies, instead of leaving them outside and hoping that nothing else comes along and kills them, or they kill each other, you'll be able to put them into this object. When they come out, it is like no time has passed. They don't remember being in there. It is like a time freeze. So these griffins, they may end up living even longer than you do.
Interesting.
However,
well, I will propose a deal to my group, but cannot be certain that they'll have any desire to do what you ask. But if that's the case, I'll go myself.
She says, okay. Hold on a sec, there's something else in my notes. She gives you a scroll with the royal seal. This one is, yeah, you didn't see the king's seal, so never mind. She gives you a scroll with the royal seal and says, when the job is completed, you take this to Rustum Den, and they will give you your reward. Oh, sorry. She does specify, however, that oh fuck, she wasn't supposed to tell you what you get. It was supposed to be in the scroll. She does say that once you have killed the doctor, put some of his blood on the scroll. It will show that the job is done. There's some magic to this. I will also help you finalize the trade agreement. And she also pulls out a sending stone. The sending stone looks a little different. Where is... Here. See that?
Sure do.
These ones look different. She says, use this wisely. You have one free favor on top of all of this. Whether it be for escaping trouble or you need an army, no questions asked. But make sure as soon as you get a response back, you throw this. Preferably at an enemy. She doesn't tell you why. So you don't technically know that it necessarily does that damage, but I'm going to say that because of the way she just said that, you feel like it's going to do some damage to something.
Okay. Gonna carefully put that in my bag of holding.
She says, I hope when all is said and done and you're finished with the quest you are already on. And she kind of looks at you funny for a second with almost a smirk on her face. I don't know what this lich is planning. Saz Tam, I believe his name is. But you need to stop him. Saz Tam. SSAZZ space TAM.
Okay.
Says, I'm not sure what he's planning, but find out. Keep those relics he's been trying to hoard away from him. And when you're able, kill him. I hope to hear from you again before too long. Any updates would be very handy. But remember, only use that sending stone when you need a favor.
Do you have like a regular sending stone I could send you updates on?
She says,
that'd be kind of useful.
Stop by Arcane Bob's in the morning.
Oh, fair enough.
He won't know who it's from or who it's to. But he will know it's for you.
I like Bob. I kind of want him kept distant from any sort of shadiness.
She smiles. You probably should have thought of that, though, before you got some disintegration arrows and poison from him. And she just smiles and starts out of the room.
I don't like that she knows that much detail. As she's walking out of the room, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, how's your girl, your handmaiden?"
She stops, looks back. Thank you for not killing her.
Well, I know it probably scared the shit out of her. She all right?
She'll be fine. She just hasn't got used to using her newly found skills that she's been trying to hone yet. But I figured you'd be good practice. I don't think you'd kill without a decent reason.
I don't need a decent reason. I just need a reason.
She smiles. If you say so, Sir Jax. And shuts the door behind her as she leaves.
I'm probably not going to get any sleep now. I'm thinking about how the fuck does she know about the arrows?
She is the head of the Myriad Syndicate, bro. The fucking amount of shit she knows, like the poison probably would have came from the Myriad Syndicate in Uthadern. The arrows, well, I mean, when the arrows disintegrate, again, that's a great assassin tool. That's probably something that's quite popularly used for high profile targets. So she would have seen that kind of shit before.
You don't want them motherfuckers coming back.
Exactly. It's exactly why they would know. And I mean, that also negates being able to speak with dead, right?
I mean, there's no body. Just ash.
There's no skull. And that's all you need is a skull with a jaw. But there's no skull, no jaw. So it is definitely something they would employ quite often. So she would have known exactly what everything you used would have looked like. And heard about the poison pretty quickly.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so you go back to bed thinking about all this. I'm going to say you're going to end up with a long rest in the morning anyways. Not that you really used most of your shit. But you won't have a level of exhaustion. But yeah, that's where we're going to end for the night. That was well done. Well thought out. You've been like thinking about this since I mentioned it, haven't you? Taking notes and shit. Ideas.
Well, that's what you got to do as an assassin, right?
Yeah, no, that's
plan out your shit. You gotta find an angle of attack, and I was like, I need to scout out the area where it's in. I need to get as much of the map revealed without going in there. And you handed him to me like, I'm like, okay, what's the distance? Because I can shoot 600 feet without taking disadvantage.
Yeah, that's kind of what I. As soon as you're like, how far away is he? I'm like, well, looking at that wall versus that wall, I'm like, it makes sense. I'm like, it might have been a little bit farther, but I knew it wasn't going to be outside of your range. So, but honestly, originally I had planned on him being there at night, but then I realized, yo, it's a training ground. That doesn't make any sense. They're not going to be training at fucking midnight. And then as soon as you're like, I'm going in the afternoon, I'm like, you know what? He's going to be there. That it would make more sense for him to be there in the afternoon than at midnight.
That's true.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I hope you did too.
Yeah, man.
That was, man, that was excellent.
I was just updating the chat. It was like, yeah, 720 damage in a round. Crit 3 out of the 5 times.
Oh man, that was, bro, that was so much damage. I'm not gonna lie, I wish that the rest of the group sometimes would take a little time to plan out instead of just being I charge in. But I mean, that it kind of fits with their characters, so I get it. But yo, like, I wanted to see what you would do if you were actually given, like, you know, prep time and like all that kind of shit. That was well worth it.
That I require.
Yeah, that was definitely well fucking worth it.
I'm gonna try to find a way to implement these midnight tiers at some point too. Not against like other players, but
the what?
Midnight tiers.
Oh, right.
The second poison that I purchased.
Yeah.
It's the ingested poison. So I got to put it in somebody's food or drink. That's good shit.
Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat. Apparently it's been going wild while we've been playing.
Yeah. Do you like my explanation?
I'm just getting to the bottom. You made it to the bottom there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, basically, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Like, at first it was just going to be, like, the exotic saddle, training, and the griffin. But then I realized I was like...
every time we have a mount, it gets fucking sent, dude. Yeah. Every single time.
And these mounts, they won't be able to make death saving throws, but as long as they don't get, like, disintegrated, you can get them rezzed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good thing I have 2 disintegrate arrows left.
Just fucking disintegrate somebody in the mid fucking air. I don't know how Cleek's gonna feel about that, though. He's already got his own wings.
Well, I mean, he can't fly all day, can he?
Yeah, he can. But
he literally can just fly all day?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Uh-huh. Yeah, see, he always has his wings. Like, an Azamar just pops them out for 1 hour or a minute. I can't remember. But, yeah, Eric Hawker can literally fly all fucking day. Damn. His wings are attached to his back, so he still has his arms, so he can fly and fucking shoot arrows and shit.
I wonder how the others are going to take my explanation.
I mean, technically, you all know about the nerd that plays with zombies. He is your BBEG. That's like the job you guys accepted at the start. He was the one who was fucking like trying to get all the relics. She basically just dropped that knowledge.
No, I was talking about Dr. Reynolds.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Dr. Reynolds is the nerd who plays with zombies. I guess he doesn't play with zombies.
Oh, he plays with all sorts of things. Yeah, I made some Griffin stat blocks for you guys a few weeks ago. I can't fucking wait. That was one of the things I was really excited for, because I think you guys will love that shit. I even fucking, like, found pictures and made ones basically to order of what I think you guys would like, with names that might fit your guys' choices.
I'm excited to fucking send somebody with this shit. So I poisoned 4 arrows, and I poisoned my dagger. So I'm 1 vial down.
Yep.
Frostworm poison. Yeah, I subtracted 1 vial. Actually, I'm going to set this to out of 5. Because I know I have 1 vial, or I have 2 vials of frostworm poison, and I have 5 out of 5 out of what I'm using. Just like keeping track of my shit. And I'm assuming for midnight tiers, like 1 vial is what they have to ingest.
Yeah, because it's a ingestion one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be like, normally you would have to use the whole. You just dump it in like food or drink or whatever. They might not have to drink the entire thing to get the effects, but
so if I put it in, say, a large cook pot that an entire camp of people were eating out of,
that one, like something that size, if you're trying to target a specific person, I'd probably ask for a luck roll to see if they ingested enough.
No, what if I'm just trying to do as much damage as possible?
Oh my god. Bro, this isn't one-shotters, please don't. Oh, I guess it's,
no,
unless it's an enemy camp.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if there's an enemy camp, and I'm like, hang on, guys, I got this, and I, like, manage to use fucking Ball's blessing to be like, this is a righteous murder. I'm going to turn into one of these motherfuckers so I can get at the big guy. And on the way, I dump a vial of midnight tears in the cook pot as I'm moving through the camp.
I would probably ask for... I'd probably give you a rough number of how many people ate, and then I'd ask for a luck roll. And, you know, the higher luck you get, the more die. If you roll a 1, pretty much everybody would probably just get, like, really, really sick.
Alright. Dope. Hey, really, really sick is still better than ready to fight.
Yeah, no, like fucking holding their guts, fucking shit in their pants, unable to move, throwing up, like, completely incapacitated.
Hell yeah.
Like, even if they fucking, like looked up, they wouldn't be able to grab a sword and get up. They'd probably grab their sword, try to get up, fall straight back to the ground, and shit themselves again.
Oh, I'm dumb. If I had... I still had 2 more charges in my fucking clock. I could have made 1 more arrow attack as a hasted action.
Wait, how did you get so many off? I was just letting it go.
Action surge.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. You got your first attack, your extra attack, action surge, bonus action. Yeah, so you didn't take... You probably... Actually, you wouldn't... Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get 1 more shot off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and that extra Oathbow damage every time.
Wait, I think doesn't Oathbow only work on one turn, one attack a turn?
I don't think so. Here. It's the target of your attack becomes your sworn enemy until it dies or until the dawn. So maybe that damage wouldn't have counted because he was already dead. To some degree. You can only have 1 sworn enemy a day. When you make an attack roll with the weapon against your sworn enemy, you have advantage. In addition, your target gains no benefit from cover other than total cover. You suffer no disadvantage due to long range. If the attack hits, your sworn enemy takes an extra 3d6.
Okay, yeah, so it's everyone. Holy fuck.
Yeah. That's why... But the Oathbow is only a +2 weapon. That's why I usually use my +3 longbow until I'm like, I need to take out the big guy, pull out the Oathbow, and swear him as my sworn enemy. But I only bother using it once a day for that purpose.
Yeah, that's the same thing I was doing with Xandal. Because I had the Oathbow, and I was mostly using... It's just every time I went to pull out the Oathbow, I was like, yo, that guy's got to be the fucking, like, the strong dude. We need to take him down quick. So I pull out the Oathbow, and then I'd use the sworn enemy, and then I fucking attack him once, and either he would run, or he would die immediately. And I'm like, oh, apparently that's not the big evil of this party. Fuck. And then I have to go back to my +1 bow.
Well, I mean, you could keep using the Oathbow because it's supposed to be a +2, isn't it?
No, I gave you a plus.
No, it's a flat.
Yeah,
it's a flat one.
It's flat, but when you asked to buy it, you asked for a +2, so I was allowing that. Because the Oathbow is technically an enchantment, right? As long you can technically add it to any fucking bow.
I don't have the bonus on here for that.
Don't you?
I don't.
Well, maybe you did only buy an Oathbow, though. I know there's been a few items that you guys were like, I want to get this, but I want to get it on a +1, 2, or 3. And I was allowing it. It would cost extra. But,
I think I just bought the base Oathbow, man. Or no, because I didn't steal it. Did I?
No.
No, I think I bought it, but I stole the money to buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you might have just bought the regular one. It was something else you got that you wanted to fucking have it on have something on a +2 or 3, I think. Oh no, I think it was. I think it was the +3. I think you bought the +3, and then you got him to enchant it with Oathbow. I think you should be using the Oathbow as your +3.
That's just a +3 weapon.
Yeah, like it's a +3 oath bow.
Oh, okay.
I think. Man, I can't remember. I'm
I
dead certain.
I don't think so, man. I'm pretty sure I would have changed that. That's something I think I didn't bother doing because like it's expensive.
That might be. Yeah, you know what? There was something you said no. You were really hyped about it, and then when I gave you the price, you're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pass."
Yeah, because it
That
was
might
like
have been
most
it.
of my money, and I was like, I'm not doing that. It's not worth it because I'm still buying everybody else's shit. I do have all my kits though, like my Tinker's kit, my Fletcher's kit, my blacksmithing kit. I got all that shit. I'm just not proficient with it yet.
I mean, sooner or later, you can probably take some downtime. I mean, there is something I've got planned, and you guys, as long as you guys are good little boys and girls, you'll be able to take some downtime instead of getting chased out of town.
I mean, I was thinking I might, like, because we keep getting chased out of town, I might just take the skilled feat and take those proficiencies and then just be like, fuck it, I'll make this